against Black Americans. These people have been encouraging white Americans to murder us in our own country. And yet you can line up the dumb fuck Black Democrats in Congress and the idiots on the news that praise Ukraine. You know what? I'm not a mean person, but it wouldn't be half bad if some Nazis supported by Ukraine fired some buckshot at some of these Black folks in Congress. It's going to take something like that for some of our folks who are betraying us. They're going to have to hurt like we are hurting before they stop doing things to harm us because they think they're going to get some crumbs. I said buckshot. And I'm not saying we do it. I'm not suggesting it. But if it happened, I bet you they get it. If some of these idiots that are talking about sending more money to Ukraine when there are people hungry across this country. My mother's a charitable giver. We get so many requests for money, for food. I mean, just the dozens, because all the charities are running out of food with all these illegals and people who lost their jobs because of the shutdown and this so-called fake-ass booming economy that Biden, this liar, this fraud, this elected, but I don't think truly duly elected president has done. What has he done? He has failed. So he has made an enemy of Saudi Arabia, America's primary ally in the Middle East outside of Israel, to the point where these people are doing all kinds of things with oil, telling people who they can sell their oil to and trying to get the prices to go high and make it low. I mean, I don't know what he's going on with. This man has blown up the pipeline where Europeans were getting gas and fuel from Russia. And yet America has stopped exporting gas and oil because he messed that up in Pennsylvania. People are starving in Pennsylvania because of this dumbass Biden that Black people voted. 85% of us got behind this spaz, whose name to fame has been his opposition to equal education for Black people, for Black folks to be mass incarcerated, and that there needed to be repressive laws to punish Black people. And we supported him. Now he's giving money to people who encourage people to mass kill us. And they're funding a war that's depleting the Ukraine. The Ukrainians are dying by the tens of thousands. The Russians are winning. Our media is lying. Our media is lying. Russia is winning. Their spring offensive, how did it work out, people? Remember, we were promised a spring offensive, and we just keep sending them tanks. They're running out of people. They've got 11, 12-year-old boys fighting. And by the way, when the Ukrainians wouldn't let the Blacks in Ukraine leave, what do you think happened to them? You haven't seen them anymore. Maybe they killed all the Blacks in Ukraine. You didn't hear anyone advocate for them, did you? You definitely didn't hear Biden, and you definitely didn't hear that Jean, the one whose female husband walked out on her, his national spokesperson. The Ukraine is a disaster. There never was a nation of Ukraine. The current Ukrainian government is repressing religion. You can't really do whatever this guy Zelensky says you can't do it. He's corrupt. He's